How to list and prep inventory with Inventorylab. First of all, you're going to need to log into the tool. It is going to bring you to this page. By default, it's going to bring you to the dashboard. If you want to change that, just go in My Account and you go to the settings, to the general settings, and you can also access it by clicking right on settings directly, by the way. But this first option is going to tell you where, this is where you set where you want to log in, okay? So either the dashboard, by default is going to be the dashboard, but if you want to speed up your process, I would recommend that you choose list, so it brings you to this specific page, okay? So next step, you are going to create a batch, okay? And you can name your batch whatever you want. You can keep it this way. If you want to speed up your workflow, you have a spreadsheet that you want to import. I have a whole video on that subject, by the way. The link is going to be right here. And so you would import the bylist CSV by doing this. You can do it if you use Codify as well by clicking it and importing it. If you do retail arbitrage, it is super helpful. And then you make sure that your address is the right address here. Mine is blurred out, by the way, of course, but make sure that it's the right address, it's the right ship address, so you actually get you get the right, your stuff is sent to the right fulfillment centers. Okay, next, this is my settings, packing type, individual products. If you ship case packed stuff, this is where you would actually set that up. The channel, you can list stuff FBM if you want to with Inventorylab. It is useful when you do bulk products. If you have a lot of stuff to list FBM, if you have a spreadsheet that all the stuff, if you want to import it, you can speed up your workflow as well. Workflow type, private, labeling preference, always choose to label your products, because if you choose to have Amazon to label your products, it's going to cost you more money, okay? Then on using feed, you use feed to provide the box content, and then I do not capture the minimum and maximum price, okay? So I will create my batch, and this is what it looks like. Now, how do you add a product? Okay, you can take the ASIN or the UPC of your products and you can just add it here. So we are going to add those Pokemon cards to Inventorylab, and let's do this right here. So we are going to paste the ASIN and it is going to find this product for us, okay? This will tell you that Amazon is not on the product, and this will tell you that it is in the rank and all that stuff that you selected. Is telling you that it's an ideal product because it meets all the requirements that you set as minimums in the settings, okay? So we are going to select this product, and right here, this is where we can put all our stuff when it comes to actually the product. So first, our cost. So let's say we get this for $1. You can put the source where you found this product. So we have all that data when you look at your accounting and your reports, which is super helpful because you can see which supplier brings you the most money, brings you the most profit. If you have a supplier that actually have your product tanking, all that stuff, you would be able to see that with this. So you would enter the source, and let's say that it's Macy's.com. Okay. If you bought the product at 2 different prices, you can add an extra purchase right there by clicking here, add in a row. And so let's say you bought this first one on the 22 on July 22 and the second one on July 23, your cost may be a little bit different, right? So let's say that your cost is, let's call it 98 cents, okay, with 80 cents, okay, whatever works. 80 cents, so this one would have 10 units, this one would have, and for whatever reason, it's not letting me enter the quantity for these. So yeah, let me cancel this. Add the purchase again, add the row, and for whatever reason it will not let me add the quantity right there, but just know that you can do this if you wanted to, okay? So and I think I know why, because we have 10 quantity. Let me set it up this way. Here we go, and for whatever reason it's bugging right now, but you can do it this way. Okay, so that's when it comes to adding a different purchase. Now, the great thing as well is that you can add the expiration date at the same time. Okay, by clicking here on enable. If it's a beauty product, if it's a grocery, you can add the expiration date right here. By the way, if you do not do this step, okay, if you do not do this step and you have a product that Inventorylab knows requires, not that Inventorylab knows, but that actually requires an expiration date, and you actually submit your shipment to Amazon, it will return an error giving you the SKU, and it will tell you will products you actually need to add an expiration date to. Okay, So let's scroll down a little bit. The MSKU, if you have a system to actually, put your MSKU, if you have put some information in the MSKU, such as the buy cost, all that stuff, this is where you can actually do this. I do not do it. And then the condition, if you sell used books, you can quickly set the condition, and that's it. So let's just add this to our batch. So we have 10 units, and yeah, so this item is restricted. We cannot add this item. So this is what would happen if an item is restricted. Great example. Great that it happened just right now. Let's try to add another product. Okay, let's look at Nike shoes, and let's add the Nike Air Monarch 4s. Okay, let's take the async by copying it from cell amp. I'm sorry, and let's add it here. Okay, so same thing. Exact same process, average cost by unit. We're going to set it at something that actually makes sense, 35. Let's add 10 units, and let's try to add a purchase, okay? Let's see if it's going to work this time. Oh, not working for whatever reason. Maybe because I would need to change the date right here. Here we go, no, still not working. It's fine, but you have the idea of how to do this, okay? If you need battery, all that stuff. Let's do all that stuff. Let's add this to batch. And here we go. Hopefully, let it load a little bit. And it's actually taking quite a while to load right now. This is kind of weird. Let's try to... Okay, it is still loading. Well, this is kind of awkward. Let's wait and see if the situation is going to resolve by itself. It doesn't. Well, here we go. Finally, so the product was just added, and we can see right there the tentative destination. So this is where the product, where Inventorylab thinks the product will need to be shipped. So for whatever reason, IL print is not. So a lot of stuff not working well today with Inventorylab. So let's refresh the page. Let's refresh the page, and here we go. So let's try to review the batch, and yeah, for the next step. So this is our batch, okay? 10 units, the fulfillment center where Inventorylab think that we may need to sell to send these 10 units, and right there at the bottom you have all your numbers when it comes to that shipment. Okay, so the total sale value, total buy cost, total net profit, average sale rank, and the number of MSKU, and the total number of items. So let's go to the next step. Here we go, and here we go. So this is you need to sync the batch with your Amazon account, send the product feeds to make sure that you send all the things when it comes to that specific shipment to Amazon, so they receive the product that you would need to submit. And here we go. Let's do this. Here we go, and here are the shipment, the places where we actually need to ship those items. By the way, I have another video. If you want to reduce the number of items that you send to each web center, you can do it to each web center, to each fulfillment center. You can do it, pretty easy to do. You can watch that video by clicking top right. If I forgot to put it, remind me to put it over there. And so yeah, so at this time, this is where we actually need to do our box content. Okay, so first thing, you create all your shipments. Here we go. Here we go. So all my shipments are created. So now I need to enter the box content. So let's say, I need to ship 4 units to this specific prep center, to this specific fulfillment center, I'm sorry. So what I would do is, this is my first box, okay? Let's say that I can only put 2 of each shoe in a box, okay? Because the shoe box is too big, I need 2 boxes, okay? To send 4 units. So what I would do is I would add, I would click here to assign, and I would assign 2 units into box 1, okay? Then I would click right here to create a new box, okay? And I would assign the other units to this box. So I would do the exact same thing for every single here we go, for every single destination. Here we go. Here we go. And then what does it have to do is for you to actually transmit the box and print the shipping labels, okay? You can do this straight from Inventorylab with the API, or you can do it with Amazon, on Amazon, okay? I like to, in my opinion, you do not need to use Inventorylab if you want to, if you do not have a prep center. I only use Inventorylab with the API with my prep centers. My prep center do all that work and they print my shipping label. So that's all you use Inventorylab. If you want to learn how to now improve your process to make it 10 times faster to actually list inventory, check this other video and I'll see you tomorrow for a new video.